Can my vice president join join the VC or not?
No.
And we are
Right.
live. We are live. Welcome, everybody, live from the Daily Cuck News Network, Decision 2022. Good evening. I'm James Rustles, this year's debate moderator, and I want to welcome you to the first presidential debate of 2022. This debate was planned by the Constantiam Commission on Presidential Debates, which is a non-partisan, non-profit organization. Oh. The Commission drafted the debate format and the rules have been agreed to by the campaigns. The debate is divided into several segments covering immigration, the server itself, the economy, Spawn, Phantom Captain, whoever he may be, and some fun questions about the candidates themselves. The questions have not been shared with any of the candidates or campaigns beforehand, so they're going to have to think on their feet. The debate is also sponsored by Kiwi Brand Kits and IndiaWare. So how's it going to work? Well, at the start of each segment, I'll ask the same lead-off question to each candidate, and they'll have 1 minute to respond. In the event another candidate is mentioned, that candidate will have 45 seconds for a rebuttal. After this, we'll have an open discussion on the topic with me asking different questions to each of you. After about 5 minutes, we'll then move on to a new segment. And then, after we have covered each debate topic, we will take questions from the audience. So if you haven't already, join the debate Discord now in the description and you can submit a question. Each candidate will then be given 2 minutes now for an opening statement and then 2 minutes at the end for a closing statement. Remember all of that? Me neither, but it's fine. You'll get the hang of it. So the audience has agreed to stay silent so we can focus on what the candidates are saying. So I would like at this time to introduce the candidates that were able to participate in the 2022 debate for President of Constantiam. So first we have Owowowo, Edleska, Fatal, Sapet, Geza 3D, and Horus 31K. I hope I've said all of your names correctly. If not, please do let me know afterwards. And due to unforeseen circumstances, candidate Owowowo cannot attend the debates. His only comment to our request was, Hemi Mama, Hemp Goblin, Taliban, Nagua. And with that, let's hear from each candidate with their opening statement. Remember, please keep it to under 2 minutes. Why don't we start with Edleska? Your opening statement, please.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Constantiam. Um, Building for everyone is the most important campaign, you know. Thank you.
Excellent. Brilliant. Thank you so much for that rousing opening statement. So next we have Fatal. Fatal, your opening statement, please.
Hello, Habib. Yes. Um, I'm coming to you from India. Uh, no, I'm fucking American, and I would like to say thank you, Constantium, for giving me the opportunity to run. Also, thank you, James, for hosting the debate, and I would like to say vote Fatal.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And now for your opening statement, Sapet.
Okay, so my name is Sapet. I am another player on Constantium. I've built one of the biggest bases on the server, nicknamed Canopsia, and I am running with my good friend. His name is Emi Shriplow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And next for the opening statement, we will have Geza 3D.
Good day, good afternoon, good night, ladies and gentlemen. I am Gaza 3D and I'm running with Chaos Blend. Our campaign is basically not a campaign, it's a blackmail. If we don't win the elections, we're just gonna leak every base on the server. The court expert is already in action. Vote for us.
Thank you so much. And next we have Horus 31K, the last candidate for your opening statement, please.
Hello, my name is Horus. I'm about 4 years on the server, and I take part in the election to revive the server and ensure it has a future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and welcome, candidates. So let's get straight into the issues on most on the mind of our voters. The first topic in tonight's debate will be around immigration. So this is the first question, and we will ask this to each of you, and then we will go into an open discussion for the other two questions in this topic. So, question one. Many on Constantiam are deeply divided on the subject of new fags joining Constantiam. Some feel they are good for the server, and others feel that they're a problem. So, are you an open or closed border candidate, and why? So, we're going to be doing this at random. So, let's start with Geza 3D.
So my point on the new facts joining the server is that I think they are good for the server because currently the server is not hitting 10 players in the daytime. It's like almost completely dead. The player base is basically bots. So I think new facts are useful for the server.
Excellent. And now, if we can hear your take on this question, please, Sapet.
So, in my opinion, new facts are obviously needed on the server, especially now, since, well, as Giza already said, the server is pretty much dying. So yeah, I think that new facts are necessary.
Excellent. Thank you. And now we'll hear from Ed Leska on the subject.
Yeah, I am open borders because the server has been inactive and the new players they they build more, and because nobody builds anymore, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And now we will hear from Fatal.
Hey, I don't know. I've always been pro new fag. I kind of like the new fags. They're always doing some random stuff around. But as someone who is actually on the server right now, we got 31 at the moment. Probably about 10 of those are bots. We do need more players. It's always nice to see that around spawn. We've got kind of an issue with our update stuff, and I think that's really what is inhibiting the players, and the player base as well as the old fags even. Um, I mean, people build just generally. It's mostly invite only, and I know there's quite a lot of spawn builds going around recently that have just been done. For example, we just had a map art event that had a whole bunch of people, and then we also I don't know throughout this year especially, it's mostly just been people dicking around greater spawn, finding things to do. And it's always nice whenever the new fags join because they can see that the server actually has a bit of culture and that people, like it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And now we will go to Horace 31K for your answer to question one.
Immigration is pretty much necessary. There have to be more new players than old players retiring. So the whole game is about, yes, playing together with new friends, helping them to understand basic Minecraft mechanics like how beds to use, how lava is to use, and they can pretty much learn from older players. So it would be more fun for older players and the new players to interact together and yes, have a we need a living spawn area. Spawn area is nearly dead. You can go to through a portal and no one is in the Nether hub, and yes, this should stop. And for that we need more new players, so old players can have fun and we can endorse more slave labor.
Excellent. Thank you
For
so
that.
much. And thank you to all the candidates. So the next two questions will be open. So feel free to jump in. So is bed trapping and lava casting an effective tactic at spawn in stopping the tide of new friends, or are they just a waste of time?
This is open discussion.
This is open discussion to everyone.
This is can you repeat the question real quick? Is it you said it was about bed trapping and stuff?
So yeah, so basically, is bed trapping and lava casting effective at keeping the new friends out of the server?
No, the only thing keeping them in, and it's really funny to watch them not fucking escape spawn because they're idiots. Is the highways. The highway maintenance has been so good next to 0 and stuff that honestly I'm for highways, but around the greater spawn area and spawn itself, I really think that there shouldn't be any because it's a trial run. I remember when I joined the high, there was no maintenance on that shit, and it was really actually, in my opinion, it was really hard to escape the 0 area. I think lava casts are fine.
Yeah, I would say that bed trapping is the only thing effective in like stopping new players. Lava casting just like gives them a path from the spawn, like from the bedrock, you know?
Just they
Lava,
could escape too quickly.
lava casts are mainly an aesthetic thing. So it gives the anarchy feeling. But if you have, yes, a basic amount of brain power, it is not hard to escape spawn and yes, play Minecraft. But if someone doesn't know the basic stuff, they should be should be punished.
Yeah, I think lava casts are not that like lava casts are not preventing new friends from leaving spawn, but I think bed traps are more of this basic IQ test for new friends. So if they get caught in a bed trap, that's like a sign that they are not ready for this, like not ready for playing anarchy at all.
I'm amazed that people get fucking tricked into that shit. Like, how stupid do you have to be?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you so much for your answers on bed trapping and lava casting. So, the final question on the first topic of immigration is if you could expel, so if you could get rid of any group or player or players from Constantium, which one would it be and why?
Brits, always.
let's get rid of Voco. Oh wait, they're already gone. Never mind.
Book's already gone. I can't I can't say there's someone I want to go. Everyone has a right to play and makes the game more interesting if there are opposing forces or some retards or even some uh, mean player groups. It's the anarchy thing. Without those factions or group, everything's getting boring, and we're playing single player. So
Yeah, I'm still saying Brits.
So all British people will be
Yes,
banned
yes,
if Fatal wins.
yes.
Brilliant. So thank you all. That is the first topic around immigration. And looking at the exit poll that we have just done in chat, asking if people will be voting in the 2022 election, 90% of the people have said yes, they will be voting, and we've had 21 votes. So 90% will be voting. What a great turnout that's going to be. Let's move on to the second topic. So the second topic is a discussion about the server. It's about Constantium. So, the first question that we will ask each of you individually is where do you see Constantium in 5 years' time? So, again, where do you see the server in 5 years' time? And let's start with Geza 3D.
If I'm gonna be honest, there's always some people paying the server bills. So if that was not the case, I would say the server would be dead in 5 years. But because of this, I think the server will be still running, but it won't have as many players as it normally has, like it had in 2022, 2021, and this year. It will just progressively get smaller unless the server updates.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And now we'll move on to Ed Leska. Where do you see the server in 5 years' time?
Yeah, I think the server will get a massive boost in popularity, because just like 2B2T, it took 10 years to get there. Constantiam will get there as well.
Thank you so much. And Fatal, your answer on where you see Constantium in 5 years' time.
I'm hopeful. I'm kind of like the last answer. I do agree with that a lot because age is always going to be a priority whenever people, know that in like the server itself is like if it's old as hell and there's a lot of things to find, everyone's going to join. But also, I mean, let's see with in regards to player count and stuff, I think it just comes down to just sticking it out through the tough. It's gonna be annoying, but I know I'll probably still be playing. I'm I've always enjoyed the server and stuff like that, and it would probably take a lot if I'm gonna eventually quit or something.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So now we'll move on to Horus 31K.
Where's the server in 5 years? Good question. I think if we stay on a donation model, it will stay or become more like an SMP server, very closed, and I think the people who host the server or spend their time for the server should be paid. So there have to be a kind of monetization to keep the server running and keep staff motivated. In the moment, it all hangs on a few people who give their lifeblood to the server and their hard-earned money. Yes, and yeah, got no benefit for their work. There are always people complaining. So without better monetization and a professional team, the server will end as an SMP.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And finally, Sapet, where do you see the server in 5 years' time?
So, in my opinion, as long as players continue paying server bill for the server, I think it might stay online. Like, as I said, it depends if players will pay for it. If not, it will definitely shut down.
Thank you so much for your answers. So the second question again is open to all of you. So is Constantium laggy? And what is the biggest cause of server lag?
Um, it is
No,
laggy. It is very laggy, and I would say the biggest cause is dupers such as Geza 3D.
What are these accusations?
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Oh,
let's bring Geza
well,
3D into this. So
accusations.
now we need Geza 3D to give his rebuttal to that accusation.
That's a false accusation. We don't cause laggy duping. It's a lag-free dupe.
Okay. Thank you. And now it's back open to all of you to continue the discussion.
can you go into that again? What
Sure. So
luxury dupe? What is that?
Can't share any more information.
Is
Give me the
is
dupe.
you sealed? I don't know. It depends. With the server itself, I think it only gets laggy whenever there's a bunch of people doing a bunch of dumb shit, and the player number hasn't been too high enough times that it actually gets to that level. I think. Yeah, like I don't think it's available. Actually, I'm on it right now, and nothing's lagging back.
It's
I don't
usually
think
better.
it's laggy at all. It performs fantastic. Phantom has upgraded the server, and who has played Constantium in 2019 will know how
Yes.
real lag
yeah.
looks like. So you get rubber banded every 15 seconds or something, and yes, both and you play, don't caring about it. The the server performs awesome.
I was gonna say everybody remembers the lag. If you were there, it was abysmal. It was like every 5 seconds.
6 FPS every day.
It was so bad.
Legos usually caused by bad actors who make lag machines, and there have been a lot of actions taken by Phantom to prevent these bad actors from lagging the server. So I would say the server is laggy constantly, just laggy sometimes when these bad actors are currently doing their thing. If they are not doing their thing, it's mostly fine.
Okay, thank you so much for your responses to that question. So, another open question for all of you. When did you join Constantium and why do you play the server?
So
Go on.
I joined like 12th of November 2021. I joined because cool people, like a couple of my friends were playing it, and I'm still playing it because of Sapet, my inspiration. You know.
That's kind of you.
I joined back in June 2019, and it was definitely a much more different server back then. Uh, I think I joined it because like a lot of people, especially the 2019 players, we all had that Gangsterlicious swag out on like 2B, and then 2B went to the shitter, and then uh after a little bit, we all kind of found Constantium because you can reliably see with a lot of the 2019 players, a lot of them used to play 2B a little bit, and then Q exploded in like the early year, and then about half a year later, they all sort of filtered into here, or if not, they had friends that played on here, and they did that because I know I myself had a friend, Leo Cluff, who we used to play on here, and he was always trying to get me on, but it wasn't until 2019 that I actually started playing with him.
I joined in 2022, and the reason I joined the server was because I was trying to make contact with a old friend of mine who we were grouping on a completely different server, and he left the group, and I was trying to reach out to him, but because his Discord went offline, the only option I knew was that he was playing on Constantium, so I went after him, and that was the reason I started playing this server. And the reason I still play it is because I think this server is like actual, like it's not anarchy obviously because it's actually said in the description of the server that it is a SMP with little to no rules. And I mean, I like this concept that there are no rules. I mean, there are other servers like it, but most servers have admin abuse. This server has never had admin abuse, so that's why I stayed.
That's cap.
I joined in 2018, October 2018, and the reason why I joined, I wanted to play on a server for a longer time, and I looked at some servers, and I really hate server hubs, and I want to have a true vanilla experience, and Constantium was a obvious choice for me. I think, yes, I have seen the name in some video, maybe Sensi one. I don't really know, but my inspiration for joining, yeah, uh, Anarchy servers was really, I think it was the End Venom video, and then I slid into, yes, the Anarchy feed from
Oh,
from
oh,
well-known streamers.
Wait, sorry, just a side note to my previous statement. I didn't join in 2022, I joined in 2020. I just said the wrong number. I'm
No
sorry.
problem.
So I joined in 2019. I was basically searching for a 2B alternative, essentially, and I found Constantiam. I played it for a bit in 2019, then quit, and came back in very late 2020, and I've been playing ever since.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your answers. Now we know a little bit more about you when you joined Constantium. So we'll move on to the third topic. So the third topic is about the economy on the server. So the first question is, do you feel dupes are good or bad for Constantium? And we're going to start with Fatal on this one.
Why do you have to go to me for this one? I'm very half and half because I personally I like to porfag a lot if I'm ever going to somewhere new, and I don't really rely too much on a stash. If people bring stashes, that's fine. I think it's always going to be a thing, and I think it's really nice whenever you're trying to make something like huge, like especially at a base. And if you have the opportunity, you might as well use it. It's like a calculator. Like you can do mental math, but you might as well have like someone that'll help you out along the way.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And just to slide back into the last section ever so slightly, when we asked about if the server will be alive or or dead in 5 years' time, we asked the audience, and 32 people voted, and 59% of the audience think the server will still be alive in 5 years' time. That's interesting. So anyway, back to the third topic. Do you feel dupes are good or bad for Constantium? Thank you, Fatal, for your answer. Now we'll go to Geza 3D.
Oh yeah. Well, for most of my time on this server, I always had a dupe, and I don't know. Like, I think they are good for the server because they provide some sort of reason to play. Because if there is nothing that you have, it's like you can't really do anything. Like building is hard because you have to grind it out, or maybe I'm just the lazy person to do that. And I mean, it can have a negative impact on your gameplay because it will become boring after a while, and you really won't have any reason to play in the server after that. But yeah, and also the economy is kind of ruined by dupes. I don't know. I would say it's good, and it has good and bad things to it. Is what I would say about dupes.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So now we'll move on to Horus 31K.
Yeah. Dupes. Yes, I think dupes are good and bad. Dupes are good because sharing a stash together with people forges groups and friendships, and you have something to care about, and you and you protect the stash, relocate stashes, but this thing is this is cancer. Moving stashes is cancer too, and always living in the fear of someone finding your valuable Minecraft items can ruin the game. But it's good to support new projects, get new players to bases, build spawn bases, and yes, get some fancy blocks there and let poor people build with it. It's always fun, but for real, with the hack clients and baritone mining or something, you can get pretty much materials. Yes, like terracotta, mine in a mesa if you need, or if you need wood, mine a forest, and you can get enough materials to build a giant base without much work. Duping is also work. So if you sit in front of your computer and dupe for 4 hours or some shit, it's boring as fuck. And yes,
Thank you.
Yep.
So
Okay.
thank you. So it's 1 minute each for these first questions,
Okay.
just to remind. So Sapit, your answer on if you think dupes are good or bad, please.
So I think that dupes are both good and also bad. Good in the sense that, people get to dupe stuff, they have more stuff. It's sometimes more enjoyable to have more stuff than less stuff, obviously. But the bad thing is that if we were to have a dupe enabled like 24/7 the entire year, the server would basically end up with the economy going basically into the dumpster. There will be PvP kits all around spawn, and new flags would basically just get cured in seconds.
Thank you so much. And finally, we'll move to Edleska, your view on if dupes are good or bad for the server.
I think dupes are great actually because the people on here can actually hide their strategies, unlike 2v2t players.
Brilliant. Thank you. So now we'll move on to the open question. So which 3 items do you feel have suffered the most inflation on Constantium, and what would you do to lower it? So which items, because of the dupes, do you feel there's just too much of, and what will you do to fix it? And this is open to everyone.
I think we all need to address the elephant in the room on the clownfish coin inflation fiasco. There's way too much clownfish in the server, and I've been seeing them everywhere. They show up at every single like base or event that Baith and I put together. And I think there's just so much fucking clownfish.
You should check the serial number of the clownfish if it's a legit fished one.
There is way too much chainmail armor kit, and yeah, that needs to be stopped everywhere I go. There's chainmail kits, dubs upon dubs. It's crazy.
I think the inflation of NFTs are a major issue on Constantium, and we should lower the quantity of NFTs that are made on the server.
Okay,
NFTs.
and
That's a big silence.
What fucking NFTs are there on?
I don't know. Just say some random thing.
Pig spawners should be removed from Constantium.
And the next question for everyone is, if you found a dupe stash, would you leave it, steal from it, or would you nuke it?
Nuke.
I would
Depends who it
usually
belongs to.
I'd play the long con. I wouldn't I'd steal a little bit here and there. I'd just use it to my own advantage. Hopefully the person comes back and restocks.
I think I would tell it to persons who have the motivation to loot it, and yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I wouldn't blow up the stuff. So nuking is no option.
Nuking helps the economy. Like, useful for the economy, I think. Like, you destroy much of the items that are inflating the items on the server. And another thing is that it's fun to nuke stashes because people usually cope about it when they find out that you nuke their stash.
Why?
And so let's move on to the 4th topic tonight. We will be speaking about the spawn area. So this is a question for each of you. I'll ask you one at a time. And again, please keep your answer to around 1 minute in length. If elected, what would spawn look like a year from now under your presidency? So if you are elected in 2022, in the 2023 elections, what will spawn look like? And we'll go to you, Sapet.
Definitely no obsidian roof. That's it.
Excellent. No obsidian Ruth. So the next person we will ask this question to is Fatal.
Yeah, I'm actually at spawn right now. I just found a bat. I think it's so cute. It's like just flying around. What the fuck? Where's he going? I sorry, it's just like I haven't seen one here. Um, I'd say with in regards to how the servers spawn will look if I'm elected. If you guys know the legend of Off-White Topia, mwah, oh, please, the columns, the everything about it, the green pastures, it's too gorgeous to even comprehend Off-White Topia, those legendary base on Constantiam.
Thank you. And Edleska.
Um, under my presidency, there will be an epic kingdom that will be abandoned, and it will be like 1,000 blocks in each direction. It will be crazy. Spawn will look like a movie. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. And now we'll move on to Geza 3D.
Under my presidency, spawn will be covered in a bedroom box.
Very interesting. And finally, Horus 31K. How would Spawn look like under your presidency?
If we are on the 119 version of Minecraft, spawn will be filled with wardens, and everywhere is a shrieker block. So new fakes have very much fun if they spawn at spawn, and make it more fun to escape.
Thank you all so much. So now we will be asking you all an open question again. So how would you rate the difficulty in escaping spawn on Constantium? So on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is the easiest spawn to get out of and 10 being the most difficult, how would you rate Constantium? And this is open to all of you.
Give it a decent like 7, because I'm trying to do it right now, and this shit is a fucking this sucks.
I'm sorry, is it with the usage of hack clients or without hack clients?
I believe it's just in general, so it can be with or without, however you play.
Okay.
Good both.
I will give it a 1.
I would say like a strong 7 or 6.
It comes down to if you know what you're doing, though. Like, obviously, you can just go down to bedrock and then just run around and then fly up like a waterfall or some shit, and then like you'll be out. But like, if you're not doing that and trying to navigate through lava paths, it is pretty difficult. The terrain itself isn't withered out enough, or it's withered out too much, especially in the underbelly. I remember back when joining, it was kind of a meme because there was just this crust of like clouds that were just cobblestone, and then underneath it was like 150 blocks of just withered out nothing.
Yeah, but it's been easier to escape spawn lately because
Oh yeah.
nobody is at 0-0, never. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
if
Plus
you
the
if you
spawn
go
rates
to
have
the
been increased.
through the first portal at spawn, you have a 50% chance that the portal is open and you can follow your way through the nether. In most cases, from my experience, uh, I just turn on baritone, walk a few thousand blocks out, and then go to the next portal.
I mean, the reason I asked that if it's with the usage of hack clients or not is because currently you can just get 9 wood planks and escape spawn with boat fly. It's like hella easy.
I'd say that spawn has gotten easier to escape, like ever since the spawning range for players has been increased.
Yeah. The spawn highways should be removed for my
Yes.
opinion, but they're already there, and if you wither something out, people will rebuild it even with cobblestone. So I think this cancer is there, and we can get rid of it.
The consequences of the man cool highway bot industrialization and its consequences have been a disaster for the spawn escape process.
Yeah. It was made in good intention to yeah, give new friends a way out of spawn, but it takes away the competition. And if new friends have no competition, yeah, to escape spawn or to survive, yeah, it's pretty much basic vanilla gameplay. So boring fuck, which everyone knows.
Thank you so much. And with that, we will move on to the fifth topic. So, this is the second to last topic before we open up to the audience. So, please, if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. The link is in the description, and you can ask one of the candidates a question, and it will either be read out or you can read it out yourself. So, the fifth topic is about the mysterious admin known as Phantom Captain. So, the first question is, who do you think is Phantom Captain's real identity? And we'll be asking each of you this, and we'll start with Edleska.
Yeah. Okay, what was the question?
So the question is, who do you think is Phantom Captain's real identity?
Honestly, I believe that Phantom Captain's real identity is the man himself, James Rustles. There is many evidence according to this, including Reddit posts by James Rustles. Care to explain?
This is shocking.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, unfortunately,
Oh,
this is a debate between the candidates. I'm just the moderator, so I can't possibly join. So
Oy vey.
thank you for your answer. We'll move on to Fatal now.
I I think it might be a harping realization, but I've slowly come to realize that it is in fact X-ray Doc.
Excellent.
And
Thank you
yep.
so much for the answer. Sapet, let's move over to you.
So I'd say that it's definitely Bunko. Bunko, he likes to sneak around the server, be very secretive about it. So I'd say that it's very much Bunko.
Excellent. And Geza 3D.
I am Phantom Captain. I am the one who bans you.
What a bombshell! What a bombshell piece of news to have on the debate.
Is there any evidence for this?
Well, let's carry on and let's move on to the final candidate to answer this question, Horus 31K, and then we'll open it up to everyone.
Yeah, Phantom Captain is tied up in my basement, and yes, it's basically
Please don't
Nyrok.
go.
All excellent answers. Who is correct? Well, we'll leave that to the audience. So the question that we're now going to open up to everyone is, do you think Phantom can update Constantiam to 1.17? Yes or no? And let's open this up to all of you.
Not alone.
Yes,
He's
probably.
gonna need.
If he gets help, then yeah, probably.
Yes.
I think I can update the server.
Please
I
update it.
I personally know that Bathier, if you're gonna ask anybody who Phantom Captain is, you should probably ask my running mate Bathier, because I know he has a hand in a lot of trying to fix some of the lag and stuff like that. And usually they're working together to try to do that. Recently, they Bathier told me they were working with block place lag, because Bath himself makes tons of maps, and so he's usually relying on all the block placement, and there's been a lot of lag with that in terms of lag on the server. If there's any actual lag, it's for the all the map fags, because they can't place down as quickly. And it's just always nice whenever Phantom gets help from at least the community. And I think moving forward, we should probably open up communication a little more on just trying to figure out what we can do to get the server to another version, because that honestly is going to probably fix a lot of our population problems, as well as a lot of our player stability problems and longevity.
I think Phantom, yes, has resources, need support to update the server, but they shouldn't wait too long because yes, even if the updates creates problems like chunk corruptions and something like this, it doesn't matter. It just adds to the game, and yeah, we have to live with new mechanics. And I really think an update will open more chances for new exploits, and Anarchy gameplay is living from exploits.
Thank you all so much. So the next question to all of you is, do you like or do you hate Phantom Captain, and why?
I like X-Ray.
We love Phantom Captain because he's better than Housemaster and actually talks to the community, and yeah, it's like the level of involvement makes him much better.
I just got this message from my lawyer. He said I shouldn't be impersonating Phantom Captain. I'm sorry.
All should praise Phantom Captain.
I really appreciate Phantom's work, to keep the server running and improve it. He does it all in his free time, gets no extra money from it, and so I'm very grateful that he.
Horrors, why is he tied in your basement then? What the heck?
It's
Overshadow.
private. It's private
He
interest.
can't work on the server if he's tied in your fucking basement.
I release him. I release him from time to time.
I'm kind of angry at Phantom because he banned one of my alts for no fucking reason. I wasn't lagging the server with it. I was just reverting everyone's llama.
Hey, that's not true. Oh, sorry, no, never mind. Nothing.
What?
Hmm.
Moving on. Next question. So the next question is: should Phantom Captain require pronouns for players in chat?
Fuck no.
Yes,
What?
No. No what?
totally. I'm all for it. Totally.
I think there should be a patch for British people so that we know who they are.
No.
So that we can start shipping them off to go do our spawn projects. So that we can remake a new and better Alloway. I mean Constantiam.
Hmm.
Yeah. Everyone knows Anarchy, playing Anarchy servers, yeah, you turns you into fanboys. So no pronouns are needed because everyone is retarded.
The anarchy pipeline.
Thank you, and I think we'll move on now before my YouTube gets absolutely nuked by Google. The last topic, before we take questions from the audience, is a topic I have labeled fun facts. So the first question to each of you, will ask you one by one, and you have 1 minute to reply, is what is your favorite Minecraft food and why? So let's start with Horace 31K.
Hmm. Yes. My favorite Minecraft food is actually steak. If you travel a lot and AFK a lot, steak is the best food option.
Excellent, a lovely bit of steak. So moving on to Geza 3D, your favorite food in Minecraft.
My favorite food in the game is golden carrot because that's the easiest one to farm. You just need the gold farm and the carrot farm. It's pretty easy to make, and yeah, that's it basically. I usually make golden carrots when I'm playing survival.
Thank you so much. And Sapet, your favorite food in Minecraft.
I'll have to say golden carrots also as well. They are easy to make if you have a gold farm and carrot farm. Basically the same as Giza.
Excellent. And Fatal, your favorite food in Minecraft.
It's gonna have to be cake for me, mostly because Baith is always double cheeked up.
Excellent. And finally, Edleska.
My favorite food must be beetroot soup because it is so exotic and useless.
Amazing. So now we will move on and we will open the debate up. You may know, you may not know, but what is your favorite song in Minecraft? So we're thinking about the discs. So for instance, cat, far, stall, wait, other side. Which is your favorite song in Minecraft?
11. That one's just too fucking scary.
Which
That's
one
a
is the
kid.
broken disc?
Yeah, that one, that
It's
one.
11, that's
It's 11, dude. That one scared me so much as a kid, bro.
Yeah, it
Like
definitely has
I
to be
think I would
11.
like turn the lights on and like put my headphones on and then like not even look at the screen. I was like 10 at the time. It's just too scary.
I mean, there's also 13. That it's like not scary, but it also has some interesting sounds in it. It's like a music.
13's good though, especially if you listen to the album.
Hmm.
Because it goes directly into another song that's like a lot more light sounding. So it's like you go through the horrors of
Yeah,
13 and then you enter into like a bliss.
yeah.
And my favorite song is Stole.
Jazz man, I see.
Some excellent answers. Fantastic. So still open to everyone. What is your favorite food in real life?
Still cake because Bather's got a fat ass.
Hmm. It's a difficult question.
Sushi.
I would say
Nízové halušky.
I would say panna carbonara. I really like pastas.
Mamma
Oh,
mia.
Mamma mia.
carbonara is
Ah,
great.
mia.
I
Excellent.
like to
Thank
eat.
you. Oh,
I like to
sorry.
eat baby whales.
Nice.
I like to eat the souls of my enemies.
Horace, do you also dissect women?
What?
Okay, moving on. What is your favorite mob in Minecraft? So your favorite mob in Minecraft.
I really like skeletons.
They do be
They're,
spooky.
Psychopath.
they're really
Oh,
funny,
they are
dude.
the most annoying.
I love their little walk, and they're also probably my favorite farm to make out of a dungeon thing. I've just had too many good skeleton farm memories.
My
I love-
favorite mob is God Unit.
My favorite mob is witch. Spooky.
Ew,
Creeper.
not the witch.
Which is your favorite mob? Sorry,
Creeper.
Witches.
which?
Oh man.
Never mind. Excellent. Thank you all so much for your answers for this. So that is the end of the question sections from me, the moderator. What we'll do now is we'll open up the debate and we will ask some questions that the audience have asked. So please, no asking in chat. This will have to be done through the Discord. So this will be in the QA text channel. So let's take a look here and see. So Chaos Blend, this is a question for Geza3D. He asks, should we leak the dupe if we win?
Well, if we actually happen to win, then yes. Because I'm pretty sure we won't win. But if we happen to win, then yes, we will definitely leak it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So we have some questions for Awo, but unfortunately he couldn't join, so we can't ask him these questions. Let's take a look and see what other questions they are. So Dinosaur Wizard asks a question for Fatal. What are your thoughts on hosting a clownfish burning event to reduce the economy's inflation?
I am all for it. I love burning books. I mean clownfish, and I'm here for it. Probably like a drop party at spawn, like some towny server.
Excellent. Okay, so we have a question from Bjot from this is a question for Geza3D. He asks, "Why are you such a Chad?"
I was born like this. I was always a Chad.
He's a standstill.
And these are the questions that we've had so far for the candidates. If there are any, there's plenty of people typing now. So we've got a few questions coming in. I think this is a question for everyone. It's from Starro. He asks, in the past, X-Ray Doc hasn't been banned. How do we know that he will be banned this time? And I think that's for everyone.
That's because X-Ray Doc is Phantom Captain. Enough said.
Brilliant. So another question from Klon, and this actually is for Fatal. He asks, why did you rig the 2021 election?
We don't talk about this.
And that's
There is a
that's
plan.
for
It is an action. Patriots are in control.
Okay. So again, a question from G4TO. He asks, again for Fatal, you're very popular today. He asks, if you win, should we leak Space Alloway 3?
Oh fuck it. Why? Why would you tell the masses? Why now? Why here? Yes. The answer is yes.
Brilliant. And now, as other people are typing, we'll take a look back and see. So, Uber Slugcake asks all of you, are you socialists?
National.
Nope.
Nope.
So you heard it here. Not many socialists. Thank you very much, Uber
Only
Slugcake.
national socialists here.
Fuck commies.
Uber Slugcake has also asked another question. He wants to know why you think the server is vanilla when it has so many plugins.
Because
The gameplay experience is basically a vanilla experience, and the plugins are yes only meant for server stability. So it's shit. In the moment, it's very shitty that you get kicked. Yeah, by standing on a shaka or not a full block. So this is yeah, this is fucking disgusting. But yeah, it should be
It's,
fixed.
so you mean adding any mods, like any mod?
I think the true vanilla experience here on Constantium is flying onto a shulker in your Elytra and then not being able to log in. It's got to be top 10.
Oh yeah, you can escape that, guys. Let me just tell you. You enable portal. You have to enable portal get mode and log on, and then it will cancel out those packets, and then you can just break it.
Basically,
It will take a while.
you just can mine the shulker.
Yeah, you just won't let the server update your position. It won't kick you. Simple as that.
I had to get like projected to come in and fucking get my ass out of there. It was terrible.
So if you're talking about adding mods to the server, let's add Draconic Evolution so I can blow up spawn with a Draconic Reactor.
We have a question from Dirty Dog. He asks, he wants to know, who thinks the Earth is a ball and who knows that it's flat?
The Earth is hollow. Retard.
The Earth is a triangle shape, or a, how they call that, a tetrahedron.
Earth is actually two balls.
The Earth also they don't want you to know this, but it does extend further than 30 million blocks.
But it looks like we have actually had a question from whoa, who hasn't been able to join with voice, unfortunately. But he asks the other candidates, "What is your opinion on Lord Ganesha? Yes, yes. Is he real?"
Who is Lord Ganesha?
not real, Heligoblin real, not real. Okay.
Give me Mama Constantiam Ganish.
Just follow God.
you-
No.
Excellent. So
Just imaginary.
we have another question that's come in from Chicken Prism. He asks all of the candidates, so this is a question for all of you. What is your favorite obscure song? So is there a song that you like that isn't very popular in the mainstream?
Bird is the word.
Demon Time.
Demon Time's
Probably,
pretty good.
probably Big Step.
Mm.
And we have a question from Uber. So Uber is really smashing that keyboard tonight. He asks all of you if we should ban anyone who doesn't vote for you.
Yes.
Yes, very much.
Only the British ones.
I am British.
Too bad.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh no.
It's getting banned.
So you can just leave. British people were banned.
And that's the
Yeah.
end of the debates. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
So Dinosaur
Hell
Wizard
no.
Dinosaur Wizard asks, and this is a question for all of you. What is the best block in Minecraft?
Hmm. Portal frames.
Emerald
The best block.
Nicknamed chest.
Kid name chest.
And the chest.
This is a tough question.
And the chest are the best blocks.
The portal frames are better because you can make funny noises with it when you put in ender, like not ender pearls, but eyes of ender. Like you can make sounds if you make the portal that everyone can hear on the server, and if you have multiple of them, then you can just spam this sound, so everyone will go deaf.
I think my favorite is I don't know if I should say this. Enchanted blocks.
Excellent. So we have a question from Bunko. So we've got a couple of questions until the end of this debate. So we haven't got too long left. So the question from Bunko is to all of you, and he asks, "What is your favorite time that you've had on Constantium?"
2022. That's when I started my first base, like a real base. It was a good time for like 2 weeks until I found out that somebody based like 3K away from me and with me. So yeah.
Ooh, it was when I joined 2020 because I was still a poor fag, and it was actually fun back then to discover the server, make your first stash. Those are always the good times, but after that it just gets mundane and boring.
I was gonna wait for last because mine's a little more long form.
My best time on Constantium was the start of the Corona lockdown in 2020. So then I met my group pals. We looped together and had a very tight knit group, and we played nearly every day, because everyone was sitting at home, was bored, and it was a good opportunity to get into a new community, and that was a time I really started to play the server on a regular basis.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And one of the other questions that we have here is from Sir June. So, as we know, when people become president of Constantium, they usually end up quitting the server. So, Sir June asks, are you willing to still play on the server and not get caught with the curse of the president?
I'll answer the last question and this one because it kind of ties into the same vein. Because after running last year, I think my favorite time, at least on Constantium, and also during this whole presidency stuff, I think that the past year and the whitelist renaissance with the ending of it was probably some of my favorite times on the server. Baith and I, we decided to create Alloway, and then just because we wanted all the active people that were just like good buildings and stuff, and we got them all together in one location. I think we had like it had to be like 40 people or so at the place, or at least within the Discord itself. And that, as well as all of our little like spawn events and just around the area, Zeteran's Pyramid, the curse of it. But I think that also just shows, at least my example for my curse of presidency. I I'll still be here. I enjoy playing the server. I enjoy spending time on it, and I'm happy to see what's going to happen this coming year.
Thank you all so much. Klon asks everyone. Many people want British people banned. He put people in quotes. But what about the French? As president, how will you deal with the Frenchman plague eating away at Constantium?
The French don't fight, Brits do. Next question.
The French surrender.
I don't know, not a single French player on Constantium.
I know one on Discord, but never seen him play.
I know Thierra speaks French. I don't know if he is French.
No Sapet.
Yeah,
No
right, American.
Sapet is French.
Bro, I'm Slovakian,
Real?
not French.
He's Upper Hungarian. What do you mean?
Ah, shut up, Lisa.
James, I
Sorry,
actually have a
Slovakian.
question for you.
Let's see.
It's from X-Ray Doc. He's asking, why are you ignoring his questions in the QA text?
I can only apologize, X-Ray Doc. Let me scroll up and take a look. Okay, cool. So this is a question from X-Ray Doc. He says in the past. Well, okay, that's really been answered.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of them have been answered, but I don't think it's
So X-Ray Doc, the only question that he's asked that hasn't been asked so far is: do you support an assault? Do you support an assault and crystal ban?
Ooh, and bring back sword PvP.
Bring it back. Like
Bring
gonna
back
be so fun.
Yes.
bring back Bohan.
I miss swords and shield, baby, and bows. It's too OP.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more style and nuance to having a good sword name and a bow name and being able to like hold people off. We had that in the temp map, and it was so much fun before the crystals were involved. But as a Second Amendment enthusiast, I don't think that end crystals should be banned. But if the server updates, there's going to be a lot more alternatives for weapons to be used. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So this is a question from Mamaxaxaxwawa. He asks a question for all of you. He asks, what are your thoughts on groups on Constantium? Is it good to have big groups and rival groups on a server?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because it actually makes action happen on the server and not just be stationary constantly. I mean, currently I don't know any big groups on the server. No,
I was gonna
no
say,
new libraries.
I think Cons has always at least prided itself on being a mostly individual server. I mean, do as you will, and I always appreciate that. In case of groups, they're not really groups. They're mostly like bases and groups of people, but they all bring their own flavor to what they're building. Like it's not like you have like Voco fags anymore. They're not here, and you don't really have Imperium or anything. And I don't know. I think that groups aren't as big as an issue as people think it is.
Why would that be an issue in the first place?
Mhm.
Brilliant. Thank you all so much. So Sir June asks a question for all of you. So feel free to jump in if you haven't spoken too much already. He asks, what will you do to try and revive the PvP community on the server?
Update.
Make
Update.
Phantom fix the cheat.
Oh yeah, that's also.
With the rise of Athenium and that PvP group, from what I've seen, I think that there should be an update because crystals have kind of been here for like 5 years.
Yep, but no
Yeah.
one has any fun with PvP anymore, I think. Constantium's PvP rules are pretty restricted, and the hardcore PvPers don't even play on Const anymore.
I was
So I
gonna
guess
say,
I guess a side question there would be if PvP is broken because of the anti-cheat or lag or other things, what would you do to fix PvP, and what is it about PvP that isn't working at the minute?
I think we need to bring back the nightmare blunt rotation of PvP gods. You bring back Dot, bring back Fake, bring back Shade, bring back Unko, and then Trav, and even Kiwi. Like all their PvP stuff was always fun to see in chat, and all the smack talking and everything, especially from like 2019, 2020, and Eclipse in. Just if there are players like that always a menace to spawn and can just take out multiple groups of people attacking them all at once, then that'll give rise to at least a little bit of a PvP culture. But
It
we
makes,
don't have that at the moment.
I would
Pretty
say, like
stagnant.
PvP like makes the server more fun. Like
Mhm.
yeah, it just adds to it. And yeah, I can't really say anything about PvP because I haven't PvP'd in a year. So yeah,
Me neither.
I don't know. I mean, it's I just haven't PvP because my client isn't able to like handle that because I got a new computer and I don't have any access to my old stuff. And I because I remember I used to go around with Kiwi and we did a couple of crashing events and it was a lot of fun. But you don't have that a lot right now.
Excellent. Thank you all so much for your answers. Thank you, everyone, for your questions. And thank you for the candidates for your time this evening. So now we will go to the closing statement. So this will be, again, just a 2-minute closing statement from each of the candidates. So we're going to work our way backwards now than what we did for the opening statement. So the first person to give their closing statement will be Horace 31K.
So you should vote for me for the 2022 presidency because it's the only way to hold back Fatal and Basia from quitting the server. It's a known fact and it's inevitable that the next president leaves the server. So I will sacrifice myself to keep Fatal and Basia on the server so they don't win. Thank you. Vote
Thank,
for.
oh, thank you.
I'm ready.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. So the next person for your closing statement will be Geza 3D.
So I don't know if everyone's gonna vote for me, but if you're going to vote, I would say vote for me. So I'm not gonna leak your bases, and we might actually leak a dupe if we win. But I don't see any chances of that. I don't really have any optimism to it. But still, vote for me if you really feel like voting for me.
Thank you so much. And Sapet, your closing statement to the audience.
So if you vote for me, me and Evie are going to expose what's behind all of the president suddenly quitting after being elected. That's all. Thank you.
And thank you. Fatal, your closing statement.
Oh shoot. Let's see. I I'll always be here. I personally hate the curse of the presidency. I really don't think that. I think it stems out of just lack of probably burnout because you've got people that will campaign and at least in like especially last year's or the year prior, you'll have the people that are campaigning for president and that win, suffer from this burnout because of how much they played, and they kind of get sick of the server in a sense because they just spend so much time on it, just campaigning. And I really don't suffer from that. Like I'll suffer from burnout here and there, but I always return to the server, and I'm usually an active player. And I mean, Baith and I care a lot about the community and the spawn area, and especially Baith. Like for God's sakes, the last event we did, which was like a week ago, like less than a week ago, I think it was actually a week today. He spent 12 hours building just just for this event, and I was only there for like a good 6 hours or 4 hours building, but iPucket helped too, and like we're constantly just making random stuff for the community, and always trying to get that engagement, and I really like to see it. I mean, Alloway, biggest example. We've got a couple other things planned. The map art event, just digging around spawn in the greater area, just exploring things. I mean, you've got like the seven wonders of Constantiam, and like to include a few, you got obviously the bluffs or fucking the towers, the spires, Zeteran's pyramid, Constantinople. There's just so many places that we we would like to see people visit and lead them to, because it helps the server and the people that play on it kind of realize that they're in space bigger than their own.
Thank you. So that's your 2 minutes. Thank you for your closing statement. And finally, your closing statement, Ed Leska.
Yeah, hello. I would like to thank my fellow candidates for being here tonight. It's been an awesome time. I would like to thank you, James, for hosting this debate. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you all for joining. So this concludes the 2022 Constantium presidential debate. As the moderator, I, James Rustles, would like to thank the Daily Cuck News Network for hosting the debate. I would also like to thank our sponsors, Kiwi Brand Kits and IndiaWare. I would also like, of course, to thank all of the candidates and their campaigns. I would like to, or I've been told in my ear just now actually, to remind everyone to vote in what is a very important election for the server 2022. All the information will be posted on the subreddit. So the voting will be at some point in October. See you at the polls, Constantium. This is the end. I have been James Rustles, and this has been the 2022 Constantium presidential debates. Goodbye.
Thank you,